Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow marks a new chapter, a new beginning in the history of our country. As Ugandans from different parts of the country, different tribes, marched to the Ugandan parliament to demand an immediate resignation of the Speaker of Parliament, Anitah Among, and to demand for the accountability over the corruption scandals that have been exposed to the world that are going on in that parliament. And I encourage every citizen in Uganda, regardless of your tribe, of your religion, of your political party affiliation, to stand up and demand accountability from this Parliament of Uganda.
You're watching Mordecai Marissa Political Commentary. Please consider subscribing to help grow Uganda's Voices of Struggle ecosystem. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mordecai Marissa. I'm so glad that you're watching me. I'm a Ugandan journalist and activist based in the USA. One of the few things that, give me some special kind of enthusiasm and optimism is how this peaceful protest to Parliament has been organized by young people who are fearless, by Ugandans who are tribeless, and by the vast majority of Ugandans who have decided to ignore the party affiliation. They are tribeless, they are fearless, and they are partyless. That is special. And I'm super optimistic because these are not kind of things that we see in our country. And what gives me more joy is the fact that these are young people that have been thought to be sort of apolitical. There's been some sort of a political apathy that has been created by the Museveni establishment, where folks think that, identifying as apolitical is a position to cherish. No. While you may claim not to care about politics, the decisions that are made by those in political positions affect you. So you have to realize and wake up from the slumber. But I am so glad. That's why I've never given up on humanity. I believe in people, and this is what they're telling us. We're looking at new faces we've never seen before. They're the ones that are speaking on behalf of Ugandans. We have seen young people meeting the police. We've never seen these faces, and that should encourage you to join hundreds of Ugandans that are going to come from different parts of the country to go and march to the parliament. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, the parliament is being pretended over by a lady who is sanctioned by the British government and so many other governments. Where in the world is this even possible? A lady whose name has been mentioned in an avalanche of corruption scandals. A lady who has come out and not denied corruption, but says, as long as I share with you, I'll steal and share with you. Come on, what are we even talking about? This is the time to stand up and be counted. This is the time to raise up your voice. Recently I saw Museveni scaring Ugandans. Oh, you're playing with fire. Give me a break.
Do not have such ideas in your head. If you have got some good ideas, there was a time when Nakarema some time ago organized us, and on a weekend, on a Sunday when there was nobody on the road, we walked to Kororo and we were talking about corruption. So if you want, contact Nakarema on a day when there is no Sunday, there's no traffic here in the center. At least we can go to Kororo and talk nicely about whatever we want to talk about, but do not bring. Don't be tempted to bring chaos, step on people's products on the road. Do you have to seek to generate chaotic behavior? What right do you have? We are busy producing wealth. You are getting cheap food. Other people in the other parts of the world are starving. They are crying for hunger. And you here, you want to disturb us. You are playing with fire because we cannot allow you.
No. Before 1962, Ugandans were threatened by the British government. They were told that that demand for independence was wrong and that they were going to be silenced. But driven by the optimism of our founding fathers and the courage, they fought. They demanded for independence, and in 1962, we were handed independence by the British government. In 1971, Idi Amin declared himself president for life, gave himself titles, Field Marshal, General, Guard, stuff like that. But it only took the courage of Ugandans to say no. Now, in 1980 and 1980s, Obote referred to Museveni as bandits. He called him a non-citizen of Uganda. He told him that everything he was doing with his group was wrong, illegal. But driven by the courage that Museveni had, I believe, learned from those that came before him in Uganda, he was willing to fight for 6 years until he became president. Now he stands against everything that took him to fight against Obote. There's no way you're going to scare Ugandans. I mean, some might die. 4, they have died in the past. You've killed some of them. But the spirit that runs, that drives us, the courage that drives us will remain. Marcus Garvey reminds us that you can imprison the body of man. You can shackle the hands of man, but you cannot do it to the mind. So Ugandans are reminded to go and march. That's why Bobi Wine came out and said, it is because these are partless, these are tribeless, these are leaderless, and these are fearless Ugandans. You should go and march to parliament.
First of all, nabagamba tuwagira era nkize tuwagira okwekalakasa kwa bannayuganda bonna. Bannayuganda naddala abavubuka bavayo ne bagamba bo beekulembedde bokka bali leaderless. Ne bagamba tebalina kibiina kyonna kye bakiikirira bali partiless. Tebalina ggwanga lyonna lye bakiikirira bali tribeless. Era tebalina mu kutya kwonna bali fearless. Ekyo nno kiwa ekitiibwa. Saagala kujja mbere nga nze abakulembedde nga bwe mbagambye nti gavumenti eno eyagala nnyo buli kimu ekifulenti kya NUP abalala baleme kyenyigiramu. So kuno kwekalakasa kwa bannayuganda bonna, nange ndi munnayuganda. So bwe muba mundabe temunneekanga, naye si nze nkukulembera. So ne bwe mutandaba mugende mu maaso, kubanga bano baagala okusalako nti Kyagulanyi basazeeko Besigye, basazeeko ani. No, mugende mu maaso oba mundabye oba temundabye, naye temwekanga bwe muba mundabye.
Exactly. Don't be surprised when you see him. If you see him, don't be surprised. Exactly. Don't be surprised if you see him. If you saw Dr. Besigye. But if you don't, still continue marching. I mean, in the past we've seen folks have been detained. Dr. Besigye, Honorable Bobi Wine. We've seen what has happened to them. Their homes raided by the Uganda police that is supposed to protect, to serve, to keep law and order. Now, these are saying you can do it. Using their examples, they've been subjected to all kind of dehumanization. They've been abducted, Dr. Besigye and Honorable Bobi Wine. They've been brutalized. They've been stripped of their respect and dignity and everything. But are saying now that you have seen what we've been trying to tell you. And I'm glad that, Ugandans are realizing that, it's going to take every Ugandan. It's not the role of Bobi Wine or Dr. Besigye. No. It is the role of every Ugandan to use their voice and to use their actions to bring the change we all desire. So whether you see Bobi Wine or Besigye, please march. Now, my last message would be a question to the members of parliament, more especially those who are in your position. Your silence is deafening. You're too quiet. Why? Is it because you're afraid that if you raise your voice, if you stand up to be counted, the person we are marching against is going to notice you and you might lose the crumbs you get off her table? Shame upon you. Come on. This is the time you have to stand and be counted. Stand with the constituents. The vast majority of Ugandans are supporting this march and you're keeping quiet. Come on.
You're watching Mordecai Marissa Live.
All right. And indeed, the march is on. Thank you so much, Ugandans, for standing out. Regardless of what is going to happen tomorrow, we should keep demanding for what belongs to us. It's no crime to demand for justice, to demand for equality, to demand to be treated like human beings, to demand accountability, to remind our leaders of the promises they made and the promises they broke. It's no crime. Do not take any apology in saying, Museveni, you've been in power for so long. Do not feel in any way bad because you say, Museveni, I think you are a charlatan, because indeed he is. And this is not an insult, this is a description of a man he is. My name is Mordecai Marissa, and I'm so glad I'll be there. Not in Uganda, of course, obviously I'm in the USA, but I'll be there to report everything as I'll be getting it from people who are going to participate in this march to Parliament. I wish you a wonderful time for God and my country. Bye-bye.
Did you enjoy what you just watched? I'm going to guess that you did. How about you consider subscribing to Mordecai Marissa YouTube channel? Thank you.